I started having a glass or two of wine to unwind after work. It helped me fall asleep, but I'd always wake up a few hours later, unable to fall back asleep. This led to drinking more wine before bed, but my sleep only got worse and worse. And worse.
Oh God, now I am awake. Why can't I sleep? I need to sleep.
Do you frequently find yourself tossing and turning at night, unable to quiet your mind and sink into that sleep that you so want to have? If alcohol has become your go-between sleep aid, you could be getting caught in a vicious cycle that's actually sabotaging your sleep quality and then overall mental health and physical well-being. Okay, alcohol can help you fall asleep initially by depressing the nervous system. However, as it metabolizes through the night, it begins to fragment and disrupt sleep cycles, of which we have 4 or 5 in a night, each cycle lasting about an hour and a half. Numerous studies have shown that alcohol reduces the time spent in critical rapid eye movement, that's REM, that stage of sleep, which is crucial for memory consolidation and feeling rested. As alcohol is metabolized, even though it's a depressant, it acts as a stimulant, causing night sweats, nightmares, headaches, and repeated wake-ups. The poor sleep then breeds fatigue, anxiety, and dependence on alcohol to fall asleep again the next night, perpetuating this vicious cycle. Did you know that over 20% of Americans and Canadians use alcohol as a sleep aid, unaware that they are trading short-term sedation for long-term insomnia? Okay, let's learn a little bit more about sleep. Sleep has a complex architecture of alternating non-REM and REM cycles that alcohol severely disrupts. In the first half of the night, alcohol's sedating effects may give you some sleep. However, in the second half, sleep is replaced by fragmented, non-restorative sleep as alcohol is being metabolized. Essentially, what happens is you get stuck in the lighter stages of sleep, which leave you feeling unrested, never able to get enough of stage 4 and REM to finish off that process of sleep so that you feel better. A 2022 study found that after just 1 episode of binge drinking, that, by the way, is 5 drinks or more, REM sleep was reduced by nearly 40% compared to non-drinking nights. That's 40% less time that you're dreaming. Chronic drinking leads to even greater REM deficits, more than 40% per time. We need REM sleep to feel better. It's good for mood, memory, and mental health. This REM deprivation also impacts growth hormones and temperature regulation and breathing patterns. But alcohol doesn't just rob you of REM sleep, it also prevents you from getting that sufficient restorative sleep known as delta or stage 4 non-REM sleep. The impact of physical health from lack of delta sleep is staggering. During delta sleep, blood flow is diverted away from the brain towards the muscles, allowing tissues to be repaired and key hormones like human growth hormone to be released. It impairs muscle recovery and tissue repair, and it exacerbates injuries. It disrupts metabolic functions like blood sugar regulation. Therefore, if you are pre-diabetic, your diabetes gets worse. It suppresses the immune system, leaving you more vulnerable to infections like colds. Without adequate delta sleep, your body is deprived of its prime time for physiological recharging and healing. And, by the way, it accelerates the aging process. Let's talk about sleep hygiene. Establishing a good sleep hygiene platform is essential. How do we do that? Number 1, we get a relaxing bedtime routine like light yoga, reading, or meditation. When I say reading, I don't mean reading something exciting or terrifying like a horror. You want to read something that's pleasant, like a light mystery book, nothing too engrossing. Ensure that your bedroom environment is cool and dark and free of sleep disruptions like TVs or smartphones or Kindles that are too bright. Avoid caffeine, especially after noon. If your sleep troubles persist over 2 weeks, you may need to look at something else like cognitive therapy techniques to help you reset that sleep-wake cycle. Basically, you have to be patient. There's good news. A 2021 review of sleep showed that after achieving sobriety, most sleep measures like REM sleep and sleep efficiency did actually normalize after 4 or 5 weeks of sobriety. But while sleep may start improving within weeks of achieving sobriety, it's probably important to know that fully restoring your natural sleep architecture can actually take months even up to a year for chronic long-term drinkers. While sleep may start improving within weeks of achieving sobriety, it's probably good to know that it might take quite a while to fully restore your natural sleep architecture, especially for somebody who's been drinking long-term. Why is this happening? It's because alcohol use causes a dysregulation of delicate systems beyond just the REM, non-REM pattern that I talked about. What about the brain's melatonin production and body clock rhythms? It takes extended time for these regulatory systems to recalibrate after being thrown off balance by years of alcohol's disruptive effects. So while you're likely sleeping better after quitting drinking, you may have to be patient and stay the course to get that restorative, good sleep. I want to say for those of you who are thinking, I don't know if I can wait a year or 6 months or however long it'll take to get my full sleep back. Why can't I take a medication like a benzodiazepine like Xanax or Valium or clonazepam? Those help me fall asleep, but you're not going to get further ahead if you do that. Just like alcohol, benzodiazepines may help you fall asleep initially, but they also suppress the delta wave deep sleep. Just like alcohol, that means that you miss out on that critical delta wave sleep stage while the body restores and rejuvenates. Using benzos as a quick insomnia fix perpetuates the same vicious cycle as alcohol. You're basically trading quality sleep for sedation, and you're not allowing your sleep structure to repair itself, especially stage 4 and REM sleep. You're continuing to erode and degrade that structure. A 2018 study found that just one dose of a benzodiazepine significantly decreased delta power and deep sleep time compared to placebo nights. With chronic use, the body builds tolerance to the drug and requires higher doses, and then that continually disrupts the sleep structure. While the urge to find a pharmaceutical sleep aid may be strong, benzos are essentially a legal and potentially more addictive form of alcohol when it comes to sabotaging restorative sleep. Be patient and allow your body's sleep regulation to gradually reset itself. And in the meantime, explore healthy sleep hygiene habits. In conclusion, if alcohol has become your sleep crutch, take a hard look at this vicious sleep cycle that you're trapped in. So have hope and patience. The journey to better sleep is possible when you escape alcohol's clutches. Thank you.
Need help to quit alcohol? Check out the virtual Zoom AA meeting on Saturday and Sunday at 11 a.m. ET, ID 558-753-8631. Passcode is 112533. And if you need help to quit sugar, join the free Facebook group, I'm Sweet Enough, Sugar Free for Life.